your turf again. This, that, yeah. From the back of the I got a girl, Brad. Yeah. She go to battle.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. A little track jump. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, Mayfield. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Neal. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. A give. This is Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it out to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Little. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Mayfield now. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll go out of bounds, but not before reaching the opposite 35.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going deep for Brown. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. A give. This is Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play.
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And out now come the Vikings. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating, You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And now out comes Minnesota. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Mayfield looks to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Blue line. Blue line.
Mayfield now from the 50. Ortez at left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Mayfield being chased out left. And that's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. And he finds Cook. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep. Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Neal. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Watch it now, Barney! Gun!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep and got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw here. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, In fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Little. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Play fake. Mayfield. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 52 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield on 1st down. Flush to his right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hayden Hurst, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 22, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped.
And now look at him go. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Baker Mayfield, 64 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Well, plays like that make the O coordinator look like a genius, but I don't think he saw that play going that well.
No, I don't think so either. But, boy, it all worked out perfectly. They caught them in the right defense. Guys dropping off into coverage, their eyes averted somewhere else. And guess what? He filled the void with his legs.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach comes.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down and very long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Looking to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it down.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start the drive with Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Set. Green, 39.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to... he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
A very solid gain of 27. Back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs at defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle here to Brown. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Neal. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Detroit! Gone!
He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And
I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there out of Cook. 59 yards for him on the ground. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They run again on first down. Cook. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. On second down, Cook. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. He's to the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.